Downward and Upward Social Comparison by Lauren Querville. Social comparison and theory. We compare ourselves to others that we believe share similar characteristics to us, so we can then evaluate ourselves as people. Leon Festinger believes we compare ourselves to each other because there is no other set way to do this. Some examples are, am I a good or a bad person? Do people like me? Am I successful? Thinking this way can boost self-image, but it can also hurt our confidence. There are two types of social comparison. The first is downward comparison, and the second is upward comparison. Let's take a look at downward first. It is defined as a comparison to someone we find less than or inferior to ourselves. For example, we have a clip from the movie The Devil Wears Prada, so let's go ahead and take a look.
Right, remember you and I have totally different jobs. I mean, you get coffee and you run errands, yet I'm in charge of her schedule, her appointments and her expenses. And most importantly, I get to go with her to Paris for Fashion Week in the fall. I get to wear couture, I go to all the shows and all the parties, I meet all of the designers, it's divine.
In the clip, Emily boosts her self-confidence and justifies her position by making herself feel superior to Anne Hathaway's character. By looking downward at someone else, she could evaluate herself at a higher social ranking. Back to upward, it is defined as comparing ourselves to someone we believe is better than or superior to us. So let's go back over to the movie and see how Anne compares herself to some other people upward.
I don't know what else I can do, because if I do something right, it's unacknowledged. She doesn't even say thank you. But if I do something wrong, she is vicious.
Don't you know that you were working at the place that published some of the greatest artists of the century? Halston, Lagerfeld, De La Renta. And what they did, what they created, was greater than art. Because you live your life in it.
Okay, so I'm screwing it up.
Judging against other talented artists who came from the same place of work, Anne, who originally felt she deserved praise for her hard work, then flipped to feel she actually wasn't doing so well. By looking upward, she was able to successfully place herself in this social environment. So now that we know the definitions, how do we choose people to compare ourselves to, and why? Fessinger's theory suggests that we put ourselves into categories such as gender, age, and race, those being the most popular. Doing this leads us to place ourselves in groups we will succeed in. Because in the end, we all just want to be happy. But this can cause inaccuracy due to our self-biasness and also social stereotypes, so make sure you use caution. That brings us to an end. Thanks for watching.
All right, everyone, gird your loins.